Hello, Rick Lucas here, the experimenter. I'm off on another beer adventure. I'm excited. This is going to be great. Now, this place, Gather Brewing, very close to the new world headquarters in San Antonio, better known as Lucas Estates South. Okay, Gather Brewing. We're going there. The owners are Mike and Rachel Voller. Hope I said your name right. Mike was in the Coast Guard, so thank you for your service, sir. He was a culinary specialist in the Coast Guard, so I guess that means he was a cook on a big boat. I don't know. If I get a chance, I'm going to ask him. I don't think he's going to be there, but I'm hoping. But I think I got to be careful. I don't think you could call it a boat. Like in the Navy, if you call something a boat, unless it's a submarine, they get mad at you. So a sub is a boat, that's a ship. Coast Guard cutter's a cutter. A John boat's where you go to the bathroom at. I don't know, I'm confused. I'm an old Army guy, I'm a dad, what do I know? Okay? Anyway, I got distracted, my bad. Beer does that to me, but it's a happy distraction. Going to Gather Brewing, very close to Randolph Air Force Base. It's within shouting distance. Very close to Lucas Estates South. Going to be a great time. I'm going to be interviewing Andreas. He's the GM. He's been there for about a year. They've only really been open since 2021, so about 5 years, I think. But they've got a great Brew SA. It's an American Pale Ale. It's very nice and smooth. The Hefeweizen they got is pretty good, and they've got a menu too. They've got a great. I think it's a New York style pizza. The slices are big, and you got to fold them up to kind of manage them. But anyway. I don't know if I get a chance to show you the menu, I will. But we're off and running. We're going to go over there tomorrow, meet with Andreas. It's going to be a great time, and I'm excited. So stick around to find out. Oh, they got a new location coming up somewhere. I don't know where. We'll find out about that. We'll find out where they got the name from. Gather, I kind of think I get the idea there. I guess we'll see, right? But... hey, thanks for playing, and see you soon. Hello, Rick Lucas here, the experimenter. I'm just a big nobody trying to be a somebody. I'm here on another beer adventure with Andreas Amhoff. He is the general manager of Gather Brewing in Universal City, Texas. Big military, really close to Randolph Air Force Base.
Yep.
How's it going, Andreas? And how did you get into this gig? How'd you get here?
Well, I started here about a year ago as the general manager, but I actually have been involved with the restaurant brewery previously. Helping out as a chef when one of the chefs went on leave, and just over the years I kind of stepped in and helped out whenever the place needed a hand. And then actually my good friend Fred Gonzalez was the general manager here, and when he was ready to start his own business, I kind of took over for him.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. And we have a flight here. I don't know if you can see it. I've got this one because this is Andreas's favorite. This is the Belgian
triple. It's called Trilogy. It's around 9% ABV.
9%. This is one of those beers, I think, where you drink 3 of them and you get up to go to the bathroom and you realize you're taking an Uber home.
Definitely.
Right. We're not driving after this one. And then you just have 2 more and you really deserve the Uber ride home. But it is, most 9% beers, they got a little metal taste, alcoholic taste. This does not have that.
Yeah, it's nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth. This is a really good beer. I have tried the Brew SA, that is my personal favorite here, and the Hot Pepper, which is my other personal favorite. That's one of these here. Can you, oh, I got a new watch too, check that out. We're going to try that out here in a second. So your background is not really beer per se, it's more of the food side of it.
Yeah, so I initially started working here as a chef, and then I took over as a general manager. My background's in fine dining, I went to French culinary school in Austin, Texas.
Oh wow, that's very cool. French culinary school. Okay.
I've worked as a sushi chef. I've worked cooking Italian food, Cajun food. Most recently, I was the chef de cuisine at Restaurant Gwendolyn down in San Antonio. We did everything from scratch, no electronic equipment. We only did whole animals, so if we wanted to do steaks, we'd have to buy a whole cow and just run through the whole cow.
Hold on. What kind of pit did you have to cook a whole cow?
No, we just bought a whole cow and then we would break it down into individual
I just had this
parts.
picture in my head with a cow with an apple in his mouth and a big pit, and I mean that's not. So you process it,
Yeah.
and then here's the loins. You cook the steaks or whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, we would do 12-course dinners. Each day the menu would be different. So come 2 days in a row, second day would be a totally different menu from the first day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
All
labor
right.
intensive.
So that was people probably had a bit of a love-hate relationship. Like they would come back the next day and want their favorite, and it's not there. You got something different.
Yeah.
But also the good news is something different every freaking day.
Yeah.
Right. So one day you have a great steak or whatever. The next you have I don't know, lasagna, whatever your thing is. Right. Well, this is going to be a little different because typically I focus on the beers, but my man Andreas here is a culinary guy. We're going to talk a little bit more about food, I think, but we are going to talk about beer. Which one is this?
That, I believe, is the main squeeze.
Ooh, this is one of my favorites. That's an IPA. Mm-hmm. I can tell.
So this is the main squeeze. And that one...
Or is this? That might be the Hefe. It's kind of sweet at the end.
Yeah, it's either the Hefe or the...
Let's see. We'll just keep trying beers till we figure it out. And we'll just get more if we have to. That's the IPA. Yeah, it's got a little weedy, little dry at the end.
I didn't write them down. They just look exactly the same in the glass.
Yeah. And I wouldn't, they're not going to go bad around me.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's your brew essay.
Right. So, I've had your... I've been here several times. The Brew Essay is one of my favorite beers. I tried the pizza. Would you call that New York style pizza, or would you?
We don't. Calling something New York style pizza just opens the door for
lawsuits.
for criticism. I would say.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Because somebody from New York's going to come in. This is not.
Yeah, I'm from New York, and
you should be able to say, "Well, I'm from New York. This is what it is, bro."
Yeah.
Forget about it already, right?
It is. I would say it is close to New York style pizza.
Okay, all right. So we can't throw a label on it because someone's gonna argue the label, no matter how correct you are.
It's a San Antonio New York style pizza.
Okay, with a Texas flair and brew pub thing or whatever. That's fascinating. That you have to kind of qualify everything you say all the time when you do what you do.
Yeah,
it must be part of the challenge of doing what you do. Like everything has to have a label or name that you can't go too hard in the paint on that label, I guess you could say. Like you can't go, this is Detroit style pizza, and somebody from Detroit's going to go give you some grief about it. That's amazing to me. Is that one of the bigger challenges that you have with your job?
I think it's not that big of a deal because we actually do a little bit of fusion with everything that we do. So we do pizza and burgers, but everything has kind of like a Korean influence on it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, for example, we have the Asian brisket pizza. So it's brisket, but instead of like American style barbecue sauce, it has a Korean influenced barbecue sauce where we use gochujang, sesame oil, and stuff like that to do the brisket. And then we also have that pizza also has sunamono pickles, which is like a Japanese style of pickle on there. But then we also have cotija, which is playing into the Latino kind of influence influence that we have in this part of Texas here. It's kind of like a mishmash, hodgepodge of different influences.
That is fascinating.
And the reason for the Korean influence is because
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The owner is a veteran and served
The Coast Guard, right?
Yeah, and he served in Korea for a little while.
Oh, okay. All right. So the reason for the Korean influence is because Mike and Rachel Voller, did I say their name right? Mm-hmm. Right. He served in the Coast Guard, thank him for his service. And he served some time in Korea. I didn't know the Coast Guard had a...
Or he lived in Korea.
Lived in Korea. Yeah. Maybe he didn't
I misspoke.
Right, okay. So he lived in Korea for a short time. I was like, there's Coast Guard in Korea? I was confused. I mean, not that they're... What would I know about the Coast Guard? I was in the Army. I'm a dad. They don't... What would I know? All right, well, let's talk about the owners for a second. Mike and Rachel Voller. I got this off the website. I hope I said their name right.
Yep.
They're from San Antonio. Why would they? I know I read on the website that he served in the Coast Guard in multiple places, and then kind of had the idea with the homebrew kit. But why did they land in San Antonio?
I'm actually honestly not sure how they ended up in San Antonio. But yeah, I mean, they started the brewery in 2020, and now they are opening a second location in Idaho.
In Idaho, that was going to be my next question, and I guess you probably even know less about this one than why Idaho?
They actually were just on vacation in Idaho, and every time they travel, they like to visit different breweries and different restaurants, and they ran into this one space that just happened to be
lacking a brewery.
It had the brewery, but it needed new ownership.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was just a huge coincidence, and it actually all happened very quickly. This all happened at the very beginning of this year, and just all the stars came into alignment.
That is awesome, because I would think any place that I've ever been to that had either open second location, it was in the same city.
Yeah.
Like maybe you have one here, then you put one on the... There's one on the east side of San Antonio, by the way. Mm-hmm. Maybe you put it on the west side of San Antonio.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a drive, but it's not 14 hours to Idaho.
Right.
We got to go check on the brewery. Oh, we got to get a plane. Somebody rent a car, pack the bags. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, they really like the brewery. It's beautiful. It's about twice the size of this one. They also just love the climate up there in Idaho, and they have 4 children right now, and they'd like their children to grow up somewhere that have seasons and maybe go skiing or snowboarding.
Right. Super cool. All right. That's interesting. Hopefully I can get to visit that one. I've never been to Idaho, and that's as good a reason as any to go to Idaho would be to go to a brewery.
Well, maybe I'll see you up there. I think myself and some of my management staff down here will probably end up going up there to help train staff and stuff.
Oh man, I want to go with you. I mean, not necessarily on the same flight, but I would be there at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll find a boarding room somewhere, and I wonder how much the drive is. Anyway, okay, so they're opening a new location in Idaho. That's going to be super cool. And he was in the Coast Guard. That's all right. Do you know where? Could you tell me where the idea? I kind of have a general idea. Where did the name Gather Brewing come from? Why did they name it Gather? Do you happen to know?
Well, it's actually not mysterious at all. I mean, they honestly just wanted a place where people could gather. One of the big things is that they didn't want any screens, so people would be sitting at these community tables, just having a good time with each other, not being distracted by sports or news. Just a place where people can gather and enjoy themselves.
So instead of having booths where people are all separated, you've got kind of community sitting. When we came in, you probably check out the tour. There was a tour video, I hope. I don't know, there was 30 people from the 25, I don't know, from the Air Force.
Yep.
Kind of here gathering, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right.
The Air Force is they're always here. The base is right across the street, so they love to come in here for lunch and gather, and then come back for dinner after they change into their civilian clothes.
Yeah.
So, and we also do a lot of work on the base. We have our beer on the base, and,
Nice.
and we donate a lot. We do a lot for.
So you got the beer at the PX or whatever?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome. That makes me want to go over there.
We'll be serving beer over there at the air show in April.
Oh, nice.
That's
Air show in April. All right, Gather is going to be at the air show in April. I got to come for the air show. That's good. Okay, so April, I got to be aware of that air show. All right, you guys want to see me at the air show in April? I keep want to call it Fort Randolph, Randolph Airport. I was in the Army, so everything's Fort this, Fort good, Fort that, So I get, Anyway, well, that is awesome. We know where the name came from. You told me a little bit about the new. Oh, let's see. This is the brew SA, I think. That
no. This one's the brew.
Okay, and this is which one is this?
The main squeeze or the hot and hefe, I can't remember. The main squeeze has a little bit of a citrus notes to it, and it's kind of toffee as well.
Kind of dry at the end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the IPA right there. We got several different kind of offerings here. There's at least 3 IPAs, a hot and hefe. I might have to get me a growler of the hot and hefe.
Yeah. We generally have between 12 and 14 beers that we make in-house. You can come and pick up growlers. We also can just individual tall boys. So anything that's on offer, we can pack up in a tall boy for you.
Nice. Okay. We have to take some of that stuff home too. Well, I know you're a foodie guy. I'm going to ask you more about that here in a second, but I mean, have they shared with you, do you have kind of a beer philosophy? Does this have, I've been to places there's a little place in Frankfort, Kentucky, tiny, and they only have 3 beers on tap, and it's all like Pilsners and lagers. Okay. For example, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Long Tab, right? I love that place. It's kind of a Belgian, German beer inspired.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. And veteran owned too, by the way. But you get my point. There's another place in Kentucky that had 5 different owners, and it really brought out, one guy was the fix-it dude, one guy was the kind of media guy, one guy was the brewer,
right?
And all those personalities, you could it almost came to life in the beers, Is there a beer philosophy here? Does the owners, do they we like, I don't know, Belgian beer? Well, I mean, you get my point.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, the owners and everybody that works here has all of they each have their preference of what kind of beer they like. So we just try to have a variety of different things.
Okay.
And then we also have seasonal releases. So we'll do something for Christmas time.
That's really good.
We'll do something for October for Oktoberfest. So we'll have a German style beer for Oktoberfest. So just depending on the time of year, we have different releases. And then we have our 4 or 5 core beers that we just always have, and we play around with all the other ones.
Okay.
Actually, we just had a new brewmaster takeover about a month and a half ago, so we're kind of interested to see what kind of stuff he likes to play with.
See, the brewmaster always kind of brings his own thing to the table. And the one place I went to was no IPAs, but somehow that guy liked IPAs, so every once in a while an IPA would show up. Whether they liked it or not. Oh, I screwed this beer up, would be a story.
Yeah.
I screwed this one up, so I turned it into an IPA.
That happens.
Right. Well, I wasted. We can't throw this away, boss.
Yeah. And our previous brewmaster actually moved up to Idaho.
Oh, okay.
So he's up there, and then our new guys down here, and they're working together, and they'll probably be doing some
collaborations?
Yeah, collaborations, releasing the same beer in both locations.
Nice.
Bouncing ideas off each other. So it's going to be really fun to see how that all pans out.
Man, I'm excited about that. I hope the owners see this and say, bring Rick up here. I'm going to be happy about that. See, I feel like I'm maybe talking too much about it. I'm going to ruin my chances.
I'm sure they'll be happy to have you.
So, we talked about the beers a little bit, beer philosophy. Let's talk about what more that you're into. What is your kind of thing about the food you're trying to bring to the table? Do you have something unique you can bring? Or even better, something unique about Gather that people can, when they're looking for something to do on a weekend or whatever here in town, why would they come here? Besides the great beer, which is what would bring me, you know.
Well, we have our core menu, like I said, which is Korean influenced.
Korean influenced.
But then
I would have never guessed that.
Every month we have 5 or 6 different specials, and those are going to be based on what's going on that month. Like so. This coming month, we've got St. Patty's Day, so we've got like shepherd's pie, bangers and mash. We have an Irish pub burger. Last month, we were doing healthier food because people had their New Year's resolutions. So
it might last into March.
Currently coming up with the April ones. Don't know what those will be yet, but it's always something fun, and it also
spring maybe.
Yeah. It also gives the guys in the kitchen a little creative freedom, so they're not always doing the same thing.
Breaks the monotony.
Yeah. And for the regulars that come here every day or every other day or once a week, there's something new for them to try every time they come in.
Oh, very cool. All right.
Also, this month we're doing a crawfish boil.
It's going to be crawfish boil. How often do you do that?
It's our first one.
Man.
So in mid-March, we're gonna do 2 boils and get a nice heaping 1-pound plate of crawfish with potatoes, corn, mushrooms, garlic, all that stuff. We'll be playing some good Zydeco music.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That's a great idea, man. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Yeah. All right. So which one was this one?
That is your Brew SA.
This is one of my favorites. Oh yeah, that's my favorite right there. Well, I know so when I get a flight, my favorite's almost always the last one I tried. I wonder why. Interesting. I'm easily influenced. Right. Easily influenced. So you have the Korean influenced food. You've got the crawfish bowl coming up. What are some of the regular events that you guys do? I think that would be important. I think I've seen. Like there's a trivia night or something like that. I can't remember.
So we have trivia every Tuesday. We have live music every Friday.
You have live music every Friday, right? Okay.
Different local artists. We also, on the first Saturday of every month, we do a market. So our whole parking lot is full of anywhere between 40 to 60 different vendors, depending on the market.
The market days are very cool. There's a guy that makes knives that's usually here. There's all types of different jewelry, T-shirts, salsas, you name it. Small, but what I love about it is local small businesses that are trying to kind of get it off the ground. It's a great.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because the general manager I took over for started his own knife sharpening company, and he has one of the booths here. On the Saturdays.
Yeah.
He also makes his own pickles too.
Well, that's an odd. I mean, does he?
Or his wife makes pickles. He sharpens.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he sharpened the knives to cut the pickles. Is that what's going on?
I'm sure he does.
Right. All right. So we've got a knife sharpening pickle maker. It could be. I don't even know. Has anybody ever said that sentence before in their life? Knife sharpening pickle maker? Is that?
I've never heard it.
You've never heard that before. But that's just an example of some of the great people, the great different offerings there is at the market days. Yeah, the market days are fun. I've been to 2 of them.
Yeah, and it's all about community, and that's why I brought that up. That he used to work here, and now he's at the market. It's like the Universal City's. It's not a tiny city, but I mean, there's a good sense of community here, and we like to think of ourselves as one of the spots where the community gathers here in Universal City.
Well, I think it's also important too to support local.
Yeah.
Like we can all, like, you know, I can get a Miller Lite anywhere for $2.50 or $3.50 a beer, or I can buy a 24 pack for $25. It's literally $1 a beer. But Miller Lite really benefit me in any way, shape, or form. But the local businesses in my area, that benefits me. Maybe not directly, but indirectly, because it's better for the community, better than an empty building, obviously. You know, and people with jobs and paying taxes and all the other things. So, to me, the fact that even if you only came once a month, you know, shop local, you know, for the very best as you can, you know, as much as you can. I mean, I understand if you're broke and you got to get a shirt for $4. I mean, I get it, but for the most part, try to shop local, man. You're going to benefit yourselves and the whole community.
Yeah, wherever you can, whenever you can.
Yeah, whenever you can, wherever you can. Absolutely, should kind of shop local. And if you're going to be shopping beers, you might as well shop local. I live very close to here. I like Gather. I've been here several times. I think the beers are good. The pizza was good. I tried the pizza. You know, the pretzels were good.
Definitely appreciate you coming in.
Oh man, I appreciate you putting up with me. I really did. We've got the barrel system over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to show up my new watch over there. Is this a 3-barrel system? I don't really know the lingo. Do you know anything about that?
I'm not the biggest expert on the beer making process. Like I said, I just started here a year ago, and I'm still learning a lot of that. I'm not the best person to answer those questions.
Man, that pizza went by smoke. Okay, was there anything else you'd like to add about Gather that we don't know about? A story about how the place got started? The big fight in the parking lot last week? Something about the food that some people should know? I mean, we're going to end it there. I appreciate your time. We're going to end it with this right here. And Andreas, I appreciate you for your time, man. You've been great. And Gather Brewing, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, glad to see you. Thanks for staying this long. Had a great day at Gather Brewing today. We got some cool swag. See, I got me a shirt. And, of course, a hat. It's a flat bill hat. I'm going to make that a real ball cap. That flat bill thing I don't quite understand. But whatever. To each his own. This is the coolest thing ever. Got a growler. Yes. Don't forget about our sponsor. Just a quick, just saying, San Antonio SEO Strategies. Anyway, we had a great day at Gather Brewing. We had some pizza, drank some beers. They've got a great Heffa. This is a Heffa right here that I'm having right now. Hot Heffa. They got a couple good IPAs. The GM, Andreas, was very patient, very gracious. Thank you, Andreas. You were great. I'm looking forward to the new location in Idaho. I am so going to travel there to check out the new place as soon as they'll put up with me. So I'm going to be working on that, so stay tuned for that. Look, you owe me a like and subscribe. I just introduced you to a new brewery owned by a veteran of the Coast Guard. How can you not appreciate that in Universal City? So thanks for playing.